What we have is a perfect storm of inadequate government oversight and the derogation of professional duty in America's debt industry. We had a Department of Economic Development that, number one, didn't do enough due diligence in regards to looking at Bruce Cole's personal finances. And number two, even though they didn't do the due diligence they should have done, had enough information from their consultant in China to have raised substantial questions that should have put an end to this project. So then what happens is the department doesn't raise those questions. Moberly goes forward, guarantees financing. They never tell Moberly. All of these third-party professionals come in, and they all come before our committee and say they had no duty to investigate Mamtek at all, when we talked about today with Standard & Poor's, a normal person presenting for a loan on substantially equivalent terms that Moberly was getting the bond for Mamtek for, would be laughed out of the room. And so how is it that we have this climate of professionalism in the debt industry that says you can get a bond issue for a company that has no business securing that much debt with a local government that has no business taking on that kind of debt without an assurance that the company is going to be successful. All that said, at the end of the day, if DED had shared the details of the information they had from China, none of this would have happened. If any of the third-party professionals would have investigated Mamtek's China operations, none of this would have happened. If Michael Wise would have told people there are serious, Chinese government has some problems with Mamtek's operation, it's very likely possible that none of this would have happened. So there are multiple missteps on the part of both third-party professionals and the Department of Economic Development, and the city of Moberly, it appears, was caught in the middle. Admittedly, I think they moved a little bit too fast, but they also relied on third-party professionals and the premature reasonability that DED was going to back this project to move forward. And, can you fault a government with 14,000, a city government with 14,000 residents who relies on third-party professionals like Standard & Poor's and Perkins Coie and Tom Cunningham and Morgan Keegan that says this is a great deal, let's do it? I think that's fairly reasonable for a town of that size to rely on people like that and to rely on DED.
So what do you see your role as a legislator now moving forward?
Well, the committee is going to work on a report. We're going to work on recommendations. I don't think our recommendations are going to be that the General Assembly must pass X. I think it's going to be the General Assembly needs to look into X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, because I think there are a number of different areas in which this could have been prevented. The trick is finding out a policy solution that doesn't throw out good projects in the effort of preventing bad projects from going forward. I think there are some easy things we can do to make that happen, but again, there's some heavy lifting things and there's some very easy things. So
it sounds like you're talking about